So I am with Nils Steinbrecher from TES. Nils, you are the Managing Director of Sustainable Battery Solutions for TES Germany. What does that mean?
Yeah, Jill, thanks first of all to interview me, and so happy to be here again. We have obviously global operations, but we actually learn from our Asian experience, right, and bring that to Europe, right? So I actually started myself in Singapore last year in February, and what I've learned actually in Asia, I'll bring to Germany, to Europe, right? So we have built in our headquarters in Singapore our first 5,000 ton battery recycling plant, and I think we shared that in Geneva. And since then we have made a few steps forward, right? And myself being now responsible in Europe for the business development, help obviously of building up our recycling capacity here. So nevertheless, maybe just as an update from last year Geneva, we have now, just this month actually, we have started our 10,000 ton battery recycling plant, including hydro in Shanghai. Right, so that has just started this month, so we are very happy about that. We actually also got a large government grant in Australia to build a recycling plant in Australia, North South Wales. That's quite exciting. And then, in Europe, the latest is that we actually build a recycling plant in Rotterdam, in the port of Rotterdam, right, which is first recycling plant obviously in Holland, but very well located, right? It's sea, it's train, it's the cars. So we're very excited to build that plant. In the first phase it will be 10,000 tons mechanical treatment, producing black mass. And in the second stage it will be actually a totally new site with up to 30,000 tons of battery material to be recycled. And that second phase will actually have also a hydrometallurgical process, right? Then the other update since last year is that we actually have been acquired as TES by SK, the Korean SK group. The SK Eco plant, and that will really allow us now to be much closer to the battery production, right? Because SK is also producing batteries, have large plants in Europe and in North America, and we as a recycler will definitely follow, right? So we are part of a bigger family, I would say now. So definitely our investment into EV battery recycling is increasing, it's going much faster than we originally expected.
And do you see a particular potential from the automotive batteries in Europe?
Oh yes, I mean they are the ones building the gigafactories, right? And the gigafactories will be the trouble, I would think, in the next few years, because there are just so many gigafactories planned, and the production scrap can go up to 40% for one plant, right? And the recycling capacity in Europe is actually not coming fast enough, right? So that's one part. End of life, we don't see so much as an issue because the batteries probably take much longer in the market than expected, right? So it's not the 5 to 10 years people have expected, probably it's more the 10 to 20 years, right? That batteries actually, depending on the drivers, can actually stay in the market, right? So definitely the automotive sector has a key impact, right? I mean, if you look at the graphs and the predictions, 90+% of the batteries are coming from the automotive sector, that's for sure.
Okay. And the other sectors that you're looking at in terms of batteries?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously commercial vehicles, which is still the extended automotive part, right? There's utilities, right, where and related energy storage systems, right? So you have all the companies who do energy storage for, let's say, data centers, right, or for other applications, right? The renewable sector is growing. You need energy storage in the renewable sector, but those batteries are more designed for really longer term, right? And they have, let's say, a different way of being used, right? So we also look at second life of batteries, and there the automotive industry is much more interesting, right? Because those batteries are built for quick acceleration, right? So quick charge and discharge, whereas in the storage market it's not so relevant, right? But those batteries take longer to come to the market and will be a very small percentage.
Okay. And is there good complementarity between you and your new shareholder in terms of technology? Are you fitting into places that they were missing, for example?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, obviously, when we did the due diligence, that was one of the key issues, right? Look at for the synergies. I mean, the SK Group, first of all, is a battery producer, right? Currently number 6 globally. and they're very active on the market, right? At the same time, they have also built a second life energy storage system, but they have a lot of technology, a lot of process technology. So when we originally, as TES, were actually planning to stop our process in Rotterdam at the hydro process, we might actually add more processes now, being part of the SK family, to get more to the real active materials which the automotive industry needs for their batteries, right? So we can actually go more down the value chain of producing a better material which can be used, right? I mean, in the end, we want to close the loop. We want to be part of the circular economy for our clients, and I think the more we can cover that circular economy for our clients and really bring the batteries back to building new batteries for cars, I think that's our aim, that's our mission.
Yeah, and in terms of ambition, in terms of sales and development?
Yeah, I mean,
Keep growing?
we have a huge mission, right, as TES, right, and with SK even more, right? So we have our base plan, which is like Rotterdam, but actually we're looking now still into Eastern Europe, into Southern Europe, potentially Germany, expansion of France. We have a plant in France, as you know, right, TES Recopil, but that is too small for the market we are trying to serve, right? So definitely now with SK we are working on a much more intensive investment plan, including even US, right, and other markets, right? So in the end we follow the volume of the batteries, and currently the volume is strongest in Europe. So that's where we aiming for and have our mission.
The future is bright.
Yeah, the future is very bright. I think we are in the right business. It's a very exciting business, and that's why we're also on this conference, right? Because we really love that it's very high-profile speakers we have, right? So I learned a lot again. Some of the other conferences is more consultants, so that's very important. And we meet our clients here, and they're coming more and more because it's an exciting market, right? And I think Salzburg is the next one, where we hope more battery producers are coming as well.
We wish you a lot of success. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, Jill. Thanks for your time. Pleasure. Great.